All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we'll bring you back to back update and information as it is hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first. We'll collect them as it is hot. Trump's return sparks renowned hope among the people of the indigenous people of Biafra. Trump's return in office as the president of America has sparked hope among Biafrans. Of course, you know that Trump is a typical Christian and a man who does not stand for evil, even though there has been a lot of allegation and accusation against him because he is standing for the right thing, standing for Christianity and trying to eliminate some beliefs that we are not there in the original America. But as it is, his coming back to office has sparked hope among Biafrans as they believe that Trump is going to do or make sure that Biafrans get their freedom. Of course, you know that the Biafra Republic government in exile through the office of Mazi Simon Ekpa has established lots of offices, liaison offices all over the world, including America, Finland, London, and other parts of the world as EDB. Abuja, Nigeria, as US President-elect Donald Trump prepares his second inauguration on January 20th, thousands of miles away in Nigeria, his return to power has ignited hope among Biafra secessionists. Some view him as a possible ally in their decades-long battle for autonomy. Through a list, one analyst thinks they should lower their expectation. On the morning of November 6th, Odnaka Nwankwo, a retired footballer, sat on his porch in South-East Nigeria, Anambra State, listening to the result of U.S. presidential election on his transistor radio. After a few hours, the news broke that Republican candidate Donald Trump had defeated opponent Kamala Harris. Nwankwo, a supporter of Biafra movement, says jubilation immediately erupted. We know that Trump can go straight to them and tell them, resolve this issue of Biafra. If they want to be free, let them be free. Nwankwo said, I think that the why the Southeast is excited about this coming, not that he will give the Southeast Biafra, but at least he is blunt about issues because he doesn't know how to play politics. Trump won both the Electoral College and popular vote to become the 47th U.S. president-elect. Biafra separatist communities are now expressing hope that Trump's presidency, which begins on January 20th, could be a turning point for their movement. Ifeanyi Okorafor is a resident of Imo State in Southeast Nigeria. Marginalization is subjection, and it will never end until secession comes. Okorafor, the world is talking about Trump coming in, and because America is a force in world power, they can dictate certain things that will happen elsewhere. It may not be that easy though. Trump, because he's Republican and their manner of doing things is what the people are seeing. The Biafra movement has sought independence from Nigeria for decades. A 1967 secession attempt led to a brutal civil war that lasted 3 years and killed over 1 million people, mostly from starvation. Critics say that when it comes to Trump, Biafra activists may be too optimistic. All right, when I don't see as it happen, of course, you know that there is always a light at the end of every tunnel. The victory of Trump has ignited hope among the Biafrans, and they believe that because of Trump's emerging as the president of America, that there is hope for the Biafra, and of course, you know, there is hope for the Biafra. As it is, a foundation has urged IPOB to lay down weapons to embrace dialogue. Let's go down to that information. The Foundation for Peace Professionals, Peace Pro, has called on the indigenous people of Biafra to lay down their arms and embrace dialogue, drawing parallels to the historic surrender of Biafra to the federal government on January 13, 1970, which ended the Nigeria Civil War. In a statement marked the 53rd anniversary of the Biafra surrender, Peace Pro Executive Director Abdulaziz Hamad emphasized the need to honor the peace agreement that prioritizes reconciliation and national unity. Hamzat, a human rights ambassador, criticized IPOB approach, stating it contradicts the peaceful resolution adopted by Biafra leader over 5 decades ago. He urged IPOB to choose dialogue as a pathway to addressing grievances and fostering national harmony. The organization reminded IPOB a declaration of no victor, no vanquish by the federal government laid the foundation for rebuilding and reintegration. The continued pursuit of violence by IPOB dishonors the memory of those who chose peace to stop further bloodshed in Southeast during the Biafra War, the statement said. It condemned calls for the unconditional release of the leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, without a commitment to peace, describing it as a misguided approach that cannot achieve lasting stability or development. True peace and progress require acknowledgement of mistakes and a change in approach. IPOB's violent activities have resulted in the loss of hundreds of lives and devastated the economy of the Southeast, the statement noted. The organization called on IPOB to recognize that sustainable peace is built on nonviolent advocacy and peaceful negotiation, aligning with democratic principles and respect for human life. He said that despite the factionalization of IPOB and attempt by various factions to denounce the order, both factions cannot be exonerated from the crisis in Southeast, especially with the activities of unknown gunmen, and both factions must unite to take responsibility and work with the federal government to end insecurity in the region. The organization therefore urged the federal government to remain committed to inclusive dialogue, justice, equity, ensuring that grievances are addressed within the framework of nationality. As the country reflects on the lessons of the Civil War, Peace Pro reaffirms its resolve to promote peace and reconciliation across Nigeria, highlighting that dialogue, not conflict, is path to a prosperous and united nation. The statement added, all right, this one is coming from a particular organization known as Peace Pro. No be me talk more, now the Peace Pro people, and then they talk and they say, say make the indigenous people of Biafra, say make they adapt peace and dialogue and forget about violence in order to be able to achieve a better nation. That talk, be bad talk though, because violence has not been the way for anything. But still on that, no victor, no vanquish, that was declared by the then government of Gowon, everything he said. But Igbo are still looking for this rehabilitation and reintegration. Of course, you know that after the declaration of no victor, no vanquish by the government of Gowon, he introduced the 3DR that says rebuild and reintegration and I think rehabilitation or something like that. As it is, since then, it seems as if Igbo has been kept one side in the activities, in the main activities that happens in Nigeria. Even as at the time of the independence, when Nigeria was still running a parliamentary system of government before Nigeria became a republic. Of course, you know that some people are mistaking it that Mazi Nnamdi Azikiwe was the first president of Nigeria. Azikiwe was not the first president of Nigeria, because if you talk about the indigenous president of Nigeria, you talk about Plafalo Belowa and the rest of them. Of course, you know that then Nnamdi Azikiwe was just the president. The president in the parliamentary system of government is just a ceremonial office. It's a ceremonial office, while the prime minister is the head of government. The president is the head of state. The prime minister is the head of government. So there is a big difference for some people who are saying that Azikiwe was the first president of Nigeria. It was in a parliamentary system of government before Nigeria adopted federal democracy. Then it was parliamentary democracy that Nigeria was into. All right, this is where I'll be winding down the curtain. And if this is your first time of joining us, kindly go ahead, subscribe, like, comment, share, And also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first to collect them. Thank you for listening. God bless you.